Hi, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. I'm Elizabeth, I go by Honest Liz on the internet. Today I'm discussing something that so many of us deal with but we don't seem to talk about it much. It's hair loss from stress. We've all been there, washing our hair and seeing more strands than usual. It's disheartening, I know, it's frustrating. It's also pretty scary, but understanding why it happens is the first step. Stress affects our entire body, especially our hair. But the good news is that there are ways to manage it. Whether you're a busy mom juggling a million things, or a professional who's hustling hard, or someone who's just trying to figure out things in your life, stress can take a big toll on our beautiful curls. But don't worry, I want to share what is helping me avoid hair loss from stress. We will discuss 3 helpful tips. Now, I know I'm not a dietitian or a certified doctor or anything, but I know that these are the areas that I've been focusing on, and there are some things that I'm doing that you might find valuable. So make sure that you watch till the end. Let me tell you a bit about my daily life. As a mom of 3, a curly hair blogger and entrepreneur, my days are packed filming content, reaching out to brands, posting almost daily across different media platforms. And I've even released digital products this year. I also manage a household all while trying to keep my curls looking fabulous and healthy. And all this after moving to a whole different country. It can be overwhelming without proper mental and physical health. You see, managing stress and burnout, it's not just about work-life balance. It's about nurturing our mental and physical well-being. Over the years, I've picked up some practical tips that have helped me keep grounded and productive. First up is starting my day with a balanced breakfast rich in protein. You see, what you eat can impact your hair's resilience. Starting your day with a nurturing breakfast can set the tone for better hair health. Studies have shown that breakfast high in protein, like 30 grams, can stabilize your blood sugar levels and also improve cognitive function throughout the day. For me, that means a protein-rich meal like eggs and a refreshing carrot juice or mint lime drink. It's just that the fresh taste of these juices clears my palate, waking up my senses for the next bite. It's not just about filling up your stomach, it's actually giving your body the nutrients it needs to thrive. I'm in my late 30s and I only found this out like last year at a women's gathering. I was talking to a lady and we were talking about her life, and she just happened to mention how she needs protein in the morning to kickstart her day. So I was struggling with brain fog and fatigue and mood swings and all those kind of things. So I decided to adopt her routine and see if it will work for me. Surprisingly, I felt like I found the missing piece of a puzzle. I remember being so addicted to sugar, crashing midday, and like mandatory siestas. These things practically vanished from my life, and I found that this little change, like having more protein in my breakfast, has brought a big change in my life. So it not only boosted my energy, but it also like improved my hair's vitality. I also include collagen in my coffee, which has protein. So this nutritious meal in the morning not only energizes me in the morning and keeps me going, and I'm not hungry like mid-morning. I don't reach for a snack. I don't crash midday. I don't need that afternoon nap. All of this has allowed me to tackle my tasks with enthusiasm and focus. Speaking of focus, I have to tell you about this magic mind shots that I've been taking lately, and it has been a game changer also. It helps me maintain focus and stay calm even during the most hectic days. I'm very sensitive when it comes to my hair, my skin, and what I consume. So I have to be very careful about what I eat. I remember I used to drink like 4 cups of coffee a day, and to avoid crashing from so much of caffeine, I would have a high sugar diet. But all of that has like caused me so my teeth to go so bad, and I was skin and bones. That lifestyle did not help me at all. I wasn't always my best self, especially on my most demanding days. And I find that having this Magic Mind productivity shot has helped my days go calmer. Things are just different now, more focused. Since starting Magic Mind, I've noticed a significant change in my focus. My focus is sharper, my mood is steadier, and even my family noticed a big difference. My period just comes and goes, otherwise it's such a storm in the house. As with anything, consistency is key, and having Magic Mind productivity shots along with my breakfast, along with my supplements, has helped me get more calmer, more focused, and steadier mood. And it's comforting knowing that it's supporting my mental clarity. As a busy mom and content creator, finding time for both can be tough, but it's essential, it's important. Regular exercise not only reduces stress but also improves blood circulation, benefiting your scalp and hair follicles. I don't know about you, but I make it a priority to schedule my workouts like any task, like an important meeting. I use my gym's app to pick the dates and the time, and I immediately put it on my Google calendar. So it's on my calendar that okay, I have to do this at this time. And I figured out a routine where twice a week of gymming is enough for me. I don't have to do it every day, but at least doing that is something for me. Consistency is key to achieving your fitness goals. So making it a fixed thing in your routine and making sure that it's happening in your week makes it a non-negotiable activity. So you can't escape it or make excuses. You just have to do it. So for you, whether it's an early morning jog or like a dance routine or like an afternoon Pilates session or like an evening strength training session, whatever it is, you want to do what works best for your body type and your goals and how much time you have and all other things depends on that. So this is just a guideline. You want to see what works. So what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that pairing exercise with good quality sleep can significantly help you cope with stress and reduce stress in your life. I also find taking magnesium supplements so helpful for my to get better sleep. I also ensure that I get at least 8 hours of sleep every night. It's such a big game changer. Sleep is so important. Here are 4 benefits of magnesium. If you found this video helpful so far, do me a favor, hit that like button and also subscribe to my page. Magnesium can cross the blood-brain barrier and can help you improve focus and memory. It can help you relax your muscles, so that helps you reduce stress and anxiety and improves your sleep. It can also help you it can help you regulate your blood glucose levels, so that's a plus for those with diabetes. And magnesium can even lower your blood pressure by relaxing your blood vessels. So, such a plus. If you have any questions about magnesium or which type of magnesium to take to address any of the limitations that you may have for your body, make sure that you ask your doctor about it and get a prescription, and always talk to your healthcare provider before adding supplements to your diet. Lastly, do not underestimate the personal time that you have for relaxation and also mindfulness. Being mindful of how I spend my time and to carve out time to do things that I like. For example, enjoying a cup of Moroccan tea in the evening and reading my 20 pages a day under the sun. That's something that I like to do. It's important to find that what do you like to do, whether it's dancing or painting or doing a Pilates exercise or just going out for a walk outside. If that's something that you enjoy doing, then do what works for you. For me, having forced family fun dates is crucial. This is where everyone is required to participate in activities together. For years, I feel like I've neglected my family because I've put work as a priority. I've idolized working and being on Instagram, doing all these things so much that I've not spent enough quality time with my family. So these mindful moments not only help us bond together, but it also helps me think out of the box. I really enjoy doing Bible studies. It just engages my mind so much. It's almost thrilling. And because it's like that, I like to deep dive into systematic theology. And really, all of this is not just about work-life balance or anything. And it's not about taking a break from work. No, it's actually sowing and reaping meaningful connections and meaningful time that you spend in your life. All of this also helped me battle screen addiction. Let's talk about that. Screen addiction. I should be the one to talk about it because this it's not just it's a what is it? It's become a big issue in our society. This addiction to screens, the constant notifications and the likes and the and constant consuming of content has really just it gives us so much of cheap dopamine that it's very hard to resist. I know that. I know. I can sometimes find myself glued to these screens, in my scrolly time. It just goes on and on at the cost of my physical well-being, mental well-being, and also at the cost of my own sleep. Despite these challenges, there are ways to deal with this stress from screen addiction. One is limit screen time. Okay, everybody talks about it, but how, right? For me, it's like just going AOL, putting my phone away in another room, and then going in another room at least between 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when I get my tea and that's when I do my reading. Then engaging in hobbies that don't involve screens. So for me, that's like Bible studies or like evening family worship time or like weekly trips to the beach. These are the things that I like to do that do not involve screen time. Prioritizing in-person connections can also help. Ultimately, screens are digital devices. These are integral part of our society. So we cannot avoid it. But it's about having that balance, a harmony between these screens and real life. That's what's key to your overall well-being. So there you have it. Practical, helpful tips to help you manage your stress, reduce stress, and avoid hair loss that comes from stress. Promoting healthier growth and beautiful curls. Just remember, taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's okay to take care of your physical and mental well-being. It's just important. So it's okay to prioritize these things. Oh, and if you're curious about Magic Mind, the productivity shot, I link it in my description. So check it out. Maybe it could help you to stay calm and manage your mood and stay productive and focused also. I really hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in comments, and I will see you next Sunday. I post videos every Sunday.